This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports.
Awesome.
And
Now,
anthem
the cameras are ready. The
coming
headsets
in
on.
less than
It's
5
game
minutes.
time.
All right, welcome back. We are here in Viking Varsity Field for a matchup between the Vets and the Aces. Mike Mason alongside Cody. Cody, how you doing?
Good, how are you, Mike?
Doing great. Looking forward to this one here. I'm assuming you know a few of the players probably on both teams.
I do, and I'm just happy because one of the West Fargo teams is going to make it to the state tournament.
That's right, and then the other West Fargo team will have to battle through the bottom half of the bracket to try and make it to the West to the state tournament as well. These two teams have met twice this season, and the home team on the scoreboard has won those two meetings. Back on June 8th, the Aces would knock off the Vets 5-2. The two teams would combine for 10 hits and 5 errors in that game. Caleb Deere for the Aces would send out 6 batters for the Vets on Ks. West Fargo Aces would score 3 runs in the 5th inning. That was the big inning for West Fargo as they got singles from Caleb Deere, Heisler, and Entz. And Deere led things off on the mound, as I mentioned, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs. Over 5 1/3 innings, he struck out 6. Skylar Horde was on the hill in that game for the Vets, and he gave up the 5 runs on 5 hits over 4 innings, striking out just 2, while Tanner Boehm came in relief for Skylar Horde and threw the 2 innings that followed. Tanner Larson went 2 for 3 at the plate to lead the West Fargo Vets in hits in that game back on June 8th. And the West Fargo Aces racked up 5 hits
Once
thanks
again,
to the
good
bats of
afternoon,
Stolte and
baseball
Stalker,
fans. Welcome to game
as they each
11.
collected multiple hits.
Action.
And once
Lane
again,
goes to
it was scoreless until the 3rd inning. Aces got on the board. It was 2-0. They take that lead into the bottom of the 5th. They tack on 3 more to take a 5-0 lead. The Vets would get 2 in the top of the 6th, and that would end up being your final score, 5-2, back on June 8th. And then they would play again. Fast forward to July 14th, a little over a week ago. And in that game, it would be a walk-off single that would give the Vets the win in a drama-filled game, you could call it, I guess, as the Aces pick up a 10-9 win. Game was tied at 9 with the Vets batting in the bottom of the 7th when Peyton Jancy would score. He would single, actually, not score, on a no-balls, 2-strike count and score the go-ahead winning run, walk-off run. The Aces got on the board first when Carter O'Lean would sack fly. That would score a run for the Aces. And then the Vets would get 3 runs in the 2nd inning, led by the bats of Tanner Larson, James Hagan, and Griffin Stahl, all driving runs in that, I believe it was the 2nd inning of play. And then Ethan Smith on the mound for the West Fargo Vets. He would go 1/3 of an inning, allowing no runs and 0 hits and walking 0. And then Hofflin would take the loss for the Aces in that game on July 14th, as he would last 2 1/3 innings. He would allow 4 hits and 3 runs in that game. Seth Wigestrand started the game for the Aces, and he lasted 2 innings, allowing 6 hits and 4 runs, and walking just 1 batter, and that 1 batter was Carson Ford. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm getting my teams mixed up here. But the Vets would Griffin Stahl had a home run in that first inning of that game on July 14th as well. And Griffin Stahl has had a great tournament so far here as well. So in that second game on July 14th, a total of 19 runs on 23 hits combined and 11 errors in that game. Basically what that storyline tells you is it doesn't matter how many mistakes they make, because their bats are going to come alive and the other team's going to make about the equal amount of mistakes. That is reflective in the line score for both of the games this year between the two. So once again, they'll meet for the third time this evening, or this season, I should say, and the winner will qualify for state, and the loser will get a chance to qualify for state by playing through the bottom half of the bracket. It is a double elimination at this point in the tournament. So that's a quick rewind and reflection on the previous two games that these two teams played.
Now, if you would
so I got the hiccups, apparently. And we're going to have the national anthem, so we're going to take a time out. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We will not take a break because we have a singer. We'll keep it right here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nicely done, Amy Crystal Johnson. Thank you very much.
All right, and she's getting thanks, and she's saying thank you for the thanks as she walks off the field. Nice job there. And let's
Ladies
go
and
through the
gentlemen, your
starting
umpires for
lineups here.
tonight.
They've already done that on the field prior to that
Ken Moats.
national anthem. But for the West Fargo Aces, who will be the home team on the scoreboard, so they will bat second. Let's go through the batting lineup here for the Vets. Batting first, second, and third. Top of the order, second baseman James Hagan, designated hitter Griffin Stahl, and center fielder Max Burkhart. Middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 with the pitcher Matt Heupel, catcher Peyton Jancy, and the first baseman Skylar Horde. And then the bottom of the order will be right fielder Tanner Larson, left fielder Tanner Boehm, and shortstop Carson Twito. And then not batting but playing third base will be Landon Troffgruben. And setting up defensively here for the West Fargo. I need to pull up my scoreboard here because that'll help me identify the two teams. So we'll just go to the top of the first. The West Fargo Aces. On the mound is Carter O'Lean. Behind the plate will be Easton Heisler. And then around the bases, you got Connor Entz at first, Seth Wiggestrand at second, Aiden Wolf at short, Brady Medina at third, Caleb Deere in left field, Mason Stolting in center, and Carter Carlson in right field. So once again, if you have trouble identifying who is who, the West Fargo Vets are primarily orange outlined or trimmed in green, and the West Fargo Aces are primarily green trimmed in orange. So does that seem easy enough, Cody? Or?
Nope, not at all.
We'll do the best to help you out by getting the green and orange on. Usually when we do a West Fargo game, we just select green, but figured we'd put the true colors of the team on our scoreboard today, and, well, they're represented via their jerseys. Their primary jersey color is the primary color on the scoreboard to help you figure out who's who there. And that first pitch comes across for a ball at 4:46 p.m. And it's 1-0 here to the batter, James Hagan. And now it's 2-0 here to the batter, James Hagan. Once again, Griffin Stahl, Max Burkhart on deck. Griffin Stahl has hit 3 home runs in this tournament. A 3-run homer, a 2-run homer, and a grand slam. Just needs a solo home run to complete the home run cycle, you could say, if there is such a thing. And that pitch will come in for a strike, and it's 2-1 here to James Hagan. Once again, Carter O'Lean on the mound pitching here for the Aces. And that one's lifted up, shallow center, backpedaling is Aiden Wolf, and he'll make the grab, and that's out number 1. So Hagan will pop out.
Pop out to Wolf will bring up the designated hitter, number 5, Griffin Stahl.
And if you're not a West Fargo game, I suggest you tune in right now because Griffin Stahl, or if you're not a West Fargo fan, I suggest you tune in right now for some good baseball as Griffin Stahl steps up to the plate. And we'll see how O'Lean deals to him, and that one will miss for a ball. It's 1-0 here to the home run tournament home run king, Griffin Stahl. O'Lean sets and delivers. And the ace gets a strike past the vet Stahl. This is bound to have something interesting happen in it, as this is one of those milestone broadcasts, as Stahl will foul that one away. This is my personal 1,200th game called in my career. Magnitude, radio stations, wherever else I've called the game at. It's my 1,200th game that started with a girls basketball game back in 2016.
Congratulations, Mike. I'm not even nearly as close to that, but that's a pretty darn big milestone. Proud of you.
Yeah, and Stahl will strike out surprisingly there. And, earlier this winter, he probably got a good 100+ in doing basketball games for the Packers, right?
You bet.
That brings up center fielder, number 2, Max Burkhart.
Of course, these two teams primarily made up of Packer and Mustang players from their respective baseball teams. And as far as who is who, I know a couple of them, but I might have to refer to Cody to find out. I'm assuming you know who the Packers are, so the remaining ones would be the Mustangs, right?
Process of elimination.
Yeah. 2 balls and no strikes here to Max Burkhart, the batter. Matt Heupel would be on deck with 2 out if Burkhart can reach base. We're only 2 minutes into the game, and O'Lean has 10 pitches, 5 balls, 5 strikes. And the pitch is low for a ball, and it's 3 balls and no strikes here to Max Burkhart. Our final game of the day coming up after the conclusion of this one here, and it will be the Post 400 Astros taking on Wahpeton, the 1 seed, in a state qualifier. And Burkhart will walk on 4 pitches here, and O'Lean will have to try to better his luck here against Matt Heupel. As the Vets get a runner on
Burkhart
base.
Reaches on the base on balls. And that brings up the pitcher, number 21, Matt Heupel.
So 3 minutes into the game. We're going to adjust our clock because I had to pull up my scoreboard to help me with identifying the teams. So we're only 3 minutes into the ball game instead of 5. There we go. That's correct. Within about 10 seconds. That's accurate. 1 ball, no strike here to Matt Heupel. On deck is Peyton Jancy here for the Vets. And the pitch will come in for a strike. The Aces, the 2 seed, the Vets, the 6 seed here in this East Region Legion Baseball Tournament. And we'll see if the home team winning trend continues here, as that's been the case in the 2 previous matchups. A little chopper down the first base line. O'Lean tosses it to Entz for the out. And that ends the top half of the first inning. Your score remains 0-0, and the Aces up to bat when we return after this.
Looking for a new home? Make home happen this summer by getting pre-qualified for free with Sean Carlson at Town & Country Credit Union. He'll help you find the best mortgage options for you and keep the process running smoothly from beginning to end. With a 98% satisfaction rate, awesome rewards, low fees, and great rates, it's clear why members love Town & Country Credit Union. Stop in or visit townandcountry.org to find out how you can become a Town & Country member today. Insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate in the Fargo-Moorhead area? From office to retail to industrial to farmland, trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success. As the #1 commercial sales and leasing brokerage in the FM region, they have the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Good luck to all of the Area Legion teams on the field this week from the leader in the field of commercial real estate, Goldmark Commercial.
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
All right, welcome back. Aces, or Vets, excuse me, in the top half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave one on base. And now bring up Mason Stolting, Seth Wiggestrand, and Easton Heisler, your first three batters here for the Aces. As we take a look at the rest of the lineup here for the Aces, it will go like this. Middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 will be pitcher Matt Heupel. No, this is the Vets. Middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6, left fielder Caleb Deere, first baseman Connor Entz, and shortstop Aiden Wolf. And then the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, will be third baseman Brady Medina, right fielder Carter Carlson, and pitcher Carter Oline. So that's how the Aces will set up in the batting lineup here against their in-program rival, the Vets. And now that Cody is done singing the Kiss song, we can turn on. We can turn up our background mic here.
Don't expose me like that.
It could have been worse. You could have been singing like the Barney theme song or something. Little chopper down third, and that was a close call, but I believe they got him, and they did. It'll be a 5-3 ground out.
Nice play by Trashgruben. Records the first out of the inning, the half inning, and brings up second baseman number 7, Seth Wiggestrand.
Seth Wiggestrand has had some success on Magnitude. He is 3 of 4 on his plate appearances here on Magnitude Sports this year on the games that I have stats for. There may have been a few games that Eric's done that I don't have in front of me, so. And that one a little bit high, wouldn't you say?
Just a little bit.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm going to say sweaty hands got that one.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a term for that one, but I'm just drawing a blank right now. I've never seen a pitch like that before. Like I said, something odd's bound to happen in this game on broadcast 1200. One ball and 2 strikes, 1 away. And we said that this would be a fun game, and, well, I'd say it has that fun atmosphere to it. Would you agree, Cody?
Yeah, you can hear the benches just bickering at each other.
Yeah, swing and a miss there. And the opposite bench will really heckle the other team when something goes right or something goes wrong.
Number 9, Easton Heisler.
Easton Heisler steps up to the plate. It may be a tournament game here, but it's still a fun battle between two really good ball clubs.
Always good to see a little friendly competition.
Especially when a trip to the state tournament's on the line. Pitch comes in for a strike. It's 0-1 to the batter, Easton Heisler. Caleb Deere is on deck. 2 away if Heisler can reach base. And Heupel, I have him down for 6 pitches, and that's what they have him down for. 5 strikes and a ball. Delivers, and it's in there for strike number 6 on 7 pitches. And it's 0-2 now to Heisler. 10 minutes into the ball game. We haven't gone around the bases yet here for the Vets, so we'll do that here right after this 0-2 pitch, unless it's a strikeout that ends the inning. My luck, Heupel will do just that, but we'll see. Heupel sets and winds and delivers, and fouled back for a strike unofficially. Still 0-2. So you got Heupel on the mound, Jancy catching, and then around the bases, Skylar Horde at first, James Hagan at second, Carson Twidle at short, Landon Troffgruben at third. In the outfield, Tanner Bayman left, Tanner Larson in right, Max Burkhardt center field. No balls, 2 strikes, and Heupel sets and delivers. Strikeout looking. He sends his friendly foe down window shopping. That brings up 5, 6, and 7 at the top of the second for the Vets, who will be bringing out the bats when we return after this.
No runs.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Let me show you how your life can change through chiropractic at Healing Touch Chiropractic.
You may already know that at Clothes Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Clothes Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Clothes Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
All right, welcome back here. Is this game a little bit later start than everybody expected, and I do mean everybody. As our first game went to 10 innings today, as Valley City put an end to the Castleton season, winning 5-3. The game was tied at 3-3 in the 6th, and they would keep it that way until the top of the 10th. Valley City would score 2, and Castleton wasn't able to respond in the bottom half of the inning, and Valley City would end up winning 5-3. And then the second game here, a couple of early errors put away Kindred in that game, and Post 2 Bombers would win 3-0 over the Vikings. And this is Peyton Jancy now at the plate here for the Vets, as they were expecting some bad weather and looking to start this game at about 3:30. And as we take a look at the radar here, most of the severe stuff is to the northeast of the Fargo-Moorhead area, up in the area of to the east of Grand Forks, International Falls, right in that area. There are some showers in central South Dakota moving to the northeast, but at this point, nothing more than showers. So my guess is that unless some drastic change in the weather occurs, that we'll be okay and get all these games in.
Better knock on some wood.
Yeah, and there's plenty of that here to knock on, so go ahead and do it twice for me, Cody. Two balls and a strike here to Jancy. And now Jancy will ground this one towards second. Wiggestrand with the fire and over in the strike to the glove of Connor Entz. And that's a 4-3 ground out.
Wiggestrand with a nice play at second.
Good hustle there by Jancy. Just got him by a step.
About to bat now is the first baseman, number 12, Skylar Horde.
And so far, nobody from either team getting beyond first base. And this is Skylar Horde, excuse me. And Horde will single on to left field, and now we got a runner on first, and we'll see if he gets past that.
Horde with the single.
It's the first hit of the game.
First hit of the game. That'll bring up right fielder number 15, Tanner Larson.
Took 14 minutes to record the first hit, as Tanner Larson will try and record the second hit. It's only the second time that I've seen the Vets in action. I've seen the Aces several times this season. And both times for the Vets have been in this tournament. Of course, we saw a lot of the Patriots this summer, too, on Magnitude Sports. And we saw Braden Jacobson hit 2 3-run homers on back-to-back plate appearances at that Creighton Prep tournament in Nebraska as they try and turn 2, and they do. A 6-4-3 double play ends the inning, and nobody's gotten past first base. We'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
You may already know that at Close Mentor, you can shop great designer brands without the full designer price, and that you can bring your gently used items into Close Mentor and sell them for cash on the spot. Here's something else you should know. Buying and selling at Close Mentor aids in water preservation, reduces chemical pollution, decreases landfill waste, boosts your local community. That's right, it's resale, and it's better than retail. Be green and kind to the environment by selling your clothing and buying sustainable fashion for yourself.
Kindred Spirits Bar and Grill is the place this weekend to watch all the games with a fully remodeled bar and kitchen that's family friendly each night till 9 p.m. Keep both you and the kids entertained with the arcade or pool table and try your luck with E-Tabs. Also, blackjack on Friday and Saturday nights. Kindred Spirits Bar and Grill is your stop for entertainment next Saturday, July 31st with musical acts Steve Stein, Sean Mitzel, and Rhyme or Reason, all on the same night, 5 p.m. start, no cover charge. Kindred Spirits Bar and Grill. Find them on Facebook or at 441 Elm Street in Kindred.
All right, still goose eggs between the Aces and Vets here as we move into the bottom half of the second inning with Caleb Deere, Connor Entz, and Aiden Wolf. It's the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 due up here for the Aces, right? Yes, okay. I do have to say this though, like whoever came up with the idea of green and orange, it looks awesome, but when you look at it on paper, those two colors don't necessarily go together, do they?
Yeah.
Especially if you go to West Fargo High School, or I had to toss that in there.
It sure is a different combination, but they pull it off.
Yeah, no, it looks great. It's one of my favorite jerseys in the area here, actually. And of course, we saw some things that made you cringe, Cody, at the Lions All-Star basketball with Barancott wearing a Mustangs warm-up jersey, right?
Yeah, that one I'm still baffled by. You know what? I think he's in attendance tonight. Yes, he is.
Well, tell him to come up here. Send him a text message. We'll talk to him. So,
leading out the bottom half of the second inning will be left fielder number 10, Caleb Deere.
Caleb Deere will face pitch number 10 here from Matt Heupel on 9 pitches, 8 strikes and a ball. Not a bad ball-strike split on your first 9 pitches, and he'll get strike number 9 here as that one comes right above the knees of Deere. And the pitch. Deere sends that one high to right field. Getting underneath it there is Larson, and he'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. That brings up Connor Entz. Connor Entz has a home run
Larson
this year.
was put out in right field. That brings up number 5, the first baseman, Connor Entz.
He would hit that home run over the left field fence. I can't remember which game it was in. Now, something tells me it was Yeah, I think it was against either the Astros or Comets, but I can't recall for sure. And he'll rip this one foul down the third base line, and that'll come a 2-strike count now here to the batter, Connor Entz. One away, Aiden Wolf is up next. We'll see him for sure. Maybe Brady Medina, if we can get that far into the lineup here. 0-2 in the pitch from Heupel as he sets, winds, and delivers. And that one is going to be sent foul to right field and out of play, and it'll remain 0-2. The Vets got here with a 12-0 win over Grand Forks and a 3-1 win over Castleton. Well, the Aces had the first round bye, and they got by Valley City yesterday, and I'm drawing a blank on what the final score was on that one. It was 4-1 in favor of the Aces. And there's a ground out. So that's 2 away now. As Entz grounds out, brings up Aiden Wolf.
Dwight on the board with the second out. And now up to bat is the shortstop, number 3, Aiden Wolf.
First pitch to Wolf comes in for a strike, 0-1. Heupel on 15 pitches now. And he continues to deliver strikes. This game at the moment going similar to that game back on June 8th as neither team got on board until the bottom of the third, and that would be the Aces who got on board with 2 runs in the bottom of the third in that first matchup here on June 8th. In the matchup on July 14th, by this point in the game, 9 runs had already been scored. I want to say hi to Janice Thompson watching. Thank you very much for those kind words. And a little chopper towards short, and his foot stayed on the bag. Or did it? Looks like he is safe at first, so his foot did not stay on the bag. And
Wolf reaches on the air. Stepping into the box now will be
error will be
15,
charged to the
third
first baseman.
Brady Medina.
So 1 hit and now 1 error for the Vets. Ace is still looking for their first hit of the game. See if Brady Medina can provide that. And Heupel delivers another strike. And another strike, and they just keep coming.
It's like Grandma's cookies, one after another.
See how many strikes he can deliver. He delivers a strikeout there. He has 23 strikes on 24 pitches, and that ends, or check that, 21 on 22.
Heupel picks up his third strikeout. And in the bottom half
and we'll go to the top of the third with 8, 9, and 1. Bame, Dwight and Hagen. Right now.
Get into the boat of your dreams at Blake's Marine and Sports. Right now, Blake's is taking orders for the 22 models of Ranger boats powered by Mercury. So come in and see all of your options to truly make it the boat of your dreams. If you're done kicking the tires, then it's time to pull the trigger. Blake's Marine and Sports will work with you on getting low monthly payments too. Get into a Ranger boat with a Mercury motor. Make your dream a reality at Blake's Marine and Sports off Highway 2 West or on the web at blakesmarine.com.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. The Knickerbocker wishes all the teams the best of luck in the East Region Baseball Tournament. All right, welcome back to Viking Varsity Field here in South Kindred. And it's the Vets and the Aces, the Battle of West Fargo, 30 minutes away from West Fargo. And both pitches are at 22 pitches in this game. And Olin has thrown 12 strikes on 10 pitches, while Heupel has thrown 21 strikes on 22 pitches. And they'll appeal to the other ump. And
number one, Tanner Bain in the box.
It's going to go in as a strike. So that's the 23rd. Here's the 24th pitch for Olin. That'll miss for a ball. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike now here to the batter, Tanner Bain. Carson Twito, James Hagan. It's batters 8, 9, and 1 here for the Vets. And that pitch comes in low for a ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Or no, I'm sorry, 2 balls, 1 strike. My apologies. And that one will fade out for ball 3. So it's 3-1 now. Olin delivers another one into the dirt, and it's a walk for Bain. So another runner on for the Vets. So far, the Vets have left
Bain with a base on balls.
1 batter on base, and now they got another one, or runner on base, not batter on base.
Shortstop, number 8, Carson Twito.
Batter on base, I suppose, could be another term for a strikeout. But not official, as they'll try to pick off and runner back in time. Olin will deliver, and that's a wild pitch that gets away, or no, he fouled it away. I was
tempted the bunt there.
Yeah. So Twito down 0-1 now. And we'll see if he can keep his perfect streak going. He's reached base on every single at bat here on Magnitude Sports. That one a little pop up, and it's going to roll foul. So he'll have to try again, and on a 2-strike count, he will not be bunting.
Smart play there by the catcher. Let that one roll foul.
Yeah, there's a good chance that Twito would have reached first had he picked that one up. But as you stated, Cody, intelligent play there by Easton Heisler. And that's pretty impressive, getting the bat to stand straight up on home plate. If you missed it, hit the DVR on our YouTube. Go back about 10 seconds. I'm going to have to watch that again. I'm not sure if they did that on purpose or if that just happened ironically. Well, direct ground out there. Entz will get it off a hop, step on the bag for the force out. And now we have our first runner to arrive at second base. It took 28 minutes to make that happen.
Entz with the put out at first. Turns the order around. Top of the order, second baseman, number 3, James Hagan.
So James Hagan, 0 for 1 with a flyout, popped out to the shortstop, Aiden Wolf. And now Heiser will go up and have a quick talk with Oline. This trip to the mound brought to you by Marvin and Fargo, now hiring with pay between 18 and 22 bucks an hour. So if you want a job, they got one for you. Just go to marvin.com/join us if you are interested. 1 ball, no strike. Here to James Hagan. 0 for 1 with that pop out to the shortstop again, and pitch comes in for a strike. They'll level the count at 1-1. Oline now on 32 pitches, 10 more than his counterpart. And this one popped up directly over our heads and out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count now. Oline looks back at second and delivers. And this one fouled away again. It'll remain 1-2. On deck is Griffin Stahl, who struck out last time he was at the plate, and that strikeout ended the inning. Or no, it did not. It was the second out of the inning. And this strikeout will also be the second out of the inning, only 1 batter ahead of Griffin Stahl. Stahl with
Oline picks up his second strikeout.
a 2-run homer and a grand slam in an opening day against Grand Forks Blues. And then he would hit another one against Castleton that went off the glove of Castleton's right fielder and slipped over the wall, and they would rule it a 2-run home run. So he has a 2-run, a 3-run, and a grand slam in this tournament. Takes the pitch there for a strike, and the count's even at 1 ball, 1 strike now. Max Burkhardt is on deck as Oline gets ready to toss pitch 38 here. 31 minutes into the ball game. Oline looks back and winds and delivers, and there's strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch goes into the backstop, and that allows Boehm to get the third. Makes the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner 90 feet away from scoring here in the top half of the 3rd inning. That's looking to strike first here, as it has been the Aces striking first in all the previous matchups, and a swing and a miss there, and the Aces will have a chance in the bottom of the 3rd, to strike first again for the 3rd time in 3 matchups. We're back in a moment here on Magnitude.
Get into the boat of your dreams at Blake's Marine and Sports. Right now, Blake's is taking orders for the 22 models of Ranger boats powered by Mercury. So come in and see all of your options to truly make it the boat of your dreams. If you're done kicking the tires, then it's time to pull the trigger. Blake's Marine and Sports will work with you on getting low monthly payments too. Get into a Ranger boat with a Mercury motor. Make your dream a reality at Blake's Marine and Sports off Highway 2 West or on the web at blakesmarine.com.
The Knickerbocker in Hickson, North Dakota is the place for you and your friends to come and enjoy cold drinks, great food, and sports all under a friendly and fun atmosphere. Whether it's the Vikings, Twins, Wild, NDSU Bison, or one of your favorite teams, watch all the games at the Knickerbocker. Open Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m., and Sunday, 12 noon to 2 a.m. You can find the Knickerbocker at 412 Main Avenue in Hickson, just a 10-minute drive south of Fargo. Take University Drive, head south until you arrive. The Knickerbocker wishes all the teams the best of luck in the East Region Baseball Tournament.
All right, welcome back. And the Aces have high hopes of scoring a couple runs here in the bottom of the third like they did back on June 8th. This game's scoreless here as only one hit has been recorded so far and one error as well, and they both credited to the Vets. And it will be Matt Heupel to see if he can continue his strike streak. 21 strikes, 1 ball on 22 pitches. As his counterpart, Carter O'Lean, has reached the 40-pitch mark. Once again, but the pitchers are limited to 135 in the tournament. I haven't had a chance to take a look at the pitch count sheet to see where the West Fargo pitchers are sitting at right now. But my guess is that if they get pulled, it's either for that or poor performance, one of the two. So
now to bat, right fielder number 4, Carter Carlson.
Carter Carlson stepping up to the plate. And he'll call time. And a story I was telling a couple innings ago, Braden Jacobson hitting those back-to-back 3-run homers at the Creighton Prep Tournament in Nebraska. And then the first time that we saw the Aces here on Magnitude Sports, Griffin Stahl would hit the 2-run homer in the Grand Slam in the first and third innings. I don't think they were back-to-back plate appearances. They might have been. I'll have to look back and double-check the stat sheet to be sure. So now we're waiting for the Vets to do something. Not that it's required, but we'll see. Well, if they do something, it's going to have to wait until the Aces get done batting here. Aces with some deep pitching. They have a lot of guys who can pitch and a lot of guys who can pitch very well. But right now, Heupel being pretty impressive on the mound as well. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Carter Carlson. Only his second ball on 24 pitches. And there's another strike, 1 and 2. That might be a record. Now, I don't know if I'm going to go back and look at every single game, but that might be a record. Two balls on 25 pitches. Something that I haven't kept track of, and we don't have as an official record stat on our website, but doesn't mean we can't create it, right?
I think it's safe to say Heupel's having himself a day.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is the most balls he's thrown on any at-bat in the game so far. Hopefully his arm isn't wearing down. As he winds up for the 2-2. And swing and a miss, and he got him.
Heupel with his 4th strikeout.
And that brings up Carter O'Lean.
The pitcher, number 6, Carter O'Lean.
And checking my stat book, as you may have just heard in the background, that was his 4th strikeout of the game here for Matt Heupel. We have one more game coming up after this one here. That should be an interesting one, as Wapton, the 1 seed, will play as the host team to the Post 400 Astros. And last time Wapton went to Starring Bank Field in Fargo, they were swept by the Astros. So I'm sure that's in the back of their mind. They're looking to get revenge, but I'm sure the Astros are pretty pumped up after their win over Post 2 yesterday. And we'll see if they can carry that momentum into a potential 3rd upset with Wahpeton in our nightcap here. And that comes in as a strike. So fouled away in a strike, and it's 0-2 now here to O'Lean. We'll return to the top of the order with Mason Stolting next. And that one will miss for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 30 pitches now for Heupel. Once again, back on June 8th, the Aces scored 2 in the bottom of the third, where we're at right now here, and it was 0-0 up to that point. 1 out, no runners on. It'll be a small, I don't want to say a mountain, but a small hill of a task to accomplish here with 1 out, nobody on, but it's certainly doable. And that pitch is a little low. Now even the count at 2-2. That first game today, starting at 11 a.m., went 2 hours and just shy of 2 hours and 40 minutes. And as a result, all the games that followed have started late, and I'm sure that this one won't go fast enough to get us on time for a 6:30 start for our next game. We're at 5:27 local time right now. Usually I update the YouTube, but by the time 6:30 rolls around and the Wahpeton Astros fans tune in and see that this game's still going, I won't have to explain why the other game is going late. So here's the pitch. Got in there for a strikeout. He thought it was a walk. And that's his 5th strikeout for Matt Heupel. Here's Mason Stolten now to try his luck against Heupel.
Heupel with his 5th strikeout of the evening, and that'll bring up center fielder Snake Eyes Mason Stolten.
Players at the Kindred tournament getting automatic nicknames based on their jersey numbers. All the number 8s have been referred to as Snowman. 0-1, we'll see if Heupel can match the jersey number on the scoreboard on the ball strike count here on this one. Although that would not be the preferred method of pitch, but and Heupel will check that. It'll be Stolten stepping out of the box, and he'll step back in, dig in, settle. Official give Grant the rights to pitch, and here comes the pitch, fouled away, and it's 0-2. Once again, around the bases here for the Vets. Skylar Horde first, James Hagan second, Carson Twido short, Landon Troffgruden at third, Peyton Jancy catching, Matt Heupel pitching, Tanner Boehm left, Tanner Larson right, Max Burkhart center field. Here's the 0-2 to Stolting. And that one skips off the dirt for ball one. Broadcast coverage brought to you by Sean Carlson at Town and Country Credit Union, along with Goldmark Commercial Real Estate, Go Promo, and Dr. Tiffany Johnson at Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. Certainly appreciate their long-term support of our broadcast here on Magnitude Sports. And a swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Strikeout number 6 for Matt Heupel, and that will retire.
Strikes out the side.
The Aces and the Vets are up to bat with 3, 4, and 5. Burkhart, Heupel, and Jancy when we return after this here on Magnitude. Kindred Storage, built on the north side of the city of Kindred, provides secure and affordable storage. The units at Kindred Storage are new construction, isolated from water and snow, and are maintained year-round. The area is also well lit to ensure easy and safe access to your possessions day or night. Call 701-428-3121 for unit pricing and more information. You can find Kindred Storage located on the north side of the airport in Kindred. Kindred Storage wishes Kindred the best of luck in this year's tournament.
Signs help us navigate our world. Signs keep us on course, headed in the right direction, excited about upcoming events, and punctuate important moments in our lives. Signs build brands, create connections, and define purpose. Signs speak with strength to communities, guests, clients, and customers. Signs create impact and grab attention like no other medium can. For over 3 decades with locations throughout the world, Signorama is the way to grow your business.
All right, welcome back. Still 0-0, still 1 hit, still 1 error, and nothing else through three innings of play. We'll see if that changes here in the 4th. Once again, it's Max Burkhart standing at the plate, taking the warm-up swings, and he'll be followed by the pitcher, Matt Heupel, and the catcher, Peyton Jansen. Max Burkhart, 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate here as Oline winds up, delivers on a low pitch into the dirt, swing and a miss, strike, 0-1. 44, almost 45 minutes into the ball game now. And whether you're a West Fargo fan or if you're a West Fargo fan, we thank you for tuning in today. I know you're used to me saying something like that, but I have to admit it was kind of odd to say that. There's strike 2. Oh no, it's strike 3. Excuse me. I got a strike behind myself here, and that is the 4th strikeout of the day here for Oline. So the 2 pitchers have combined to strike out 10 batters.
Now to bat is the pitcher, number 22-21, Matt Heupel.
And after a 7-run game and a 19-run game, who would have thought that these two would be at 0-0 in the 4th inning? And the pitch. That one's ripped hard. It'll get by the shortstop into center, left field. And that'll be a base hit for Heupel, and that brings up Peyton Jansen. Jansen grounded out on a 4-3 to second base, and looks like we'll have a courtesy runner here for Heupel.
Heupel pushes it to left for a base hit.
And that'll bring up Ethan Smith
now
as
on
the
courtesy running
runner.
for Heupel will be number 11, Ethan Smith.
So Ethan Smith will take over the running responsibilities on first here as Peyton Jansen steps up to the plate. We'll have Skylar Horde behind him. If no double plays happen, we'll see him for sure. Oline with pitch 45 coming up right here. And now he's going to try and throw it over to first to pick off Smith, but to no success. And another pickoff attempt, and another one that's unsuccessful. But keeping Ethan Smith in check there at the first base bag, no doubt about that. And I believe it was hit. I was looking down for a second, but he was hit by a pitch, and I'll put runners on first and second. That brings up Skylar Horde now. 1 for 1 with a single to left field. And looks like we'll have the official visiting here with the Aces coach.
Jansen is hit by the pitch.
And let's see here, trying to grab a jersey number.
On the courtesy run will be number 22, Logan Vangerud.
So for Peyton Jansen, he'll come off the base and he'll be replaced by Logan Vangerud. As the officials are discussing now. They'll give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors, including Clothes Mentor in Fargo off 45th Street, Kindred Spirits, Blake's Marine, Devil's Lake, the Knickerbocker and Hickson, Kindred Storage, Signorama, Paradiso and Fargo, and Clay Erdman at Mustang Seeds, to name a few of our many sponsors, bringing you East Region Legion Baseball Tournament coverage. West Fargo fans, the Patriots are the 1 seed at the state AA. We'll have all of those Patriot games for you here on Magnitude Sports. Win
Moving
or
into
lose.
the box for the Vets will be number 12, the first baseman, Skylar Horde.
And the schedule of matchups for that first day of the state tournament, 7/8 of the matchups have been finalized, and we'll have a play-in game on Saturday, Saturday, I wanted to say July 2nd, but I meant to say Saturday at 2 p.m., this coming Saturday. That'll be between Williston and the Post 400 Stars. The winner of that will secure the 7th seed in the tournament. And they will play Post 2 in that opening round. West Fargo Patriots have Mandan in the opening round of the state AA tournament. So that'll the host team. This pitch comes in for a strike. 1-1 here to Skylar Horde. Once again, he's 1 for 1 with a single to left. Runners on first and second. Ethan Smith on second. Logan Vangerud on first. And a strikeout here to Skylar Horde. No, I'm sorry, 2 strikeouts. He was disappointed about strike 2, and he walked away, and I thought it was a strikeout. Maybe the count was off, but the count was not off. Oline will step off, and that forces the runners to touch up on their respective bases. And the pitch, and that's grounded foul, first base line. It'll remain right where it is at 1-2. 2 hits, 1 error so far here for the Vets. Ace is still looking for their first hit. And that's a grounder into left field for the 3rd hit of the game. Smith thought about rounding third, but coach will hold him up and now load the bases on a single to left for Horde. Bring up Tanner Larson. And now the Vets are threatening.
You said it, Mike. Vets can do some damage here. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Now batting will be the right fielder, number 15, Tanner Larson.
Even a deep fly out would be good enough to score Smith on a sac fly, and that, at the rate this game is going, 1 run could be huge. That pitch comes in for a strike to Tanner Larson, who's 0 for 1, grounded out on a 6-3 to the shortstop, Aiden Wolf, last time he was at the plate. And that pitch is low and out.
Good save there.
Definitely Heisler being alert, getting out quickly to make sure that Smith can't come in from third. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike here to Tanner Larson. Tanner Boehm is on deck. 1 away. If no double plays happen, we'll see Boehm next, as that one almost looked like it caught the pants of Larson there. Either that or it was a really fast ball that created some wind.
We could use a little more wind here.
Yeah, no kidding. Not going to deny that one at all. Fouled at the plate and remain 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know what they say, us North Dakotans, we complain when we have wind and we complain when we don't.
Yeah, the ones in western North Dakota, maybe. And swing and a miss there for a strike. My cousin lives in Bismarck. That's actually a strikeout. My cousin lives in Bismarck, and it was just
picked up his 5th strikeout.
It had to have been about 3 or 4 days ago when that thunderstorm rolled through the Fargo Moorhead area in the early afternoon, and I looked at the temperature. It was 67 in Fargo and 102 in Bismarck at the exact same time. Boehm reaches base, and a run will score via hit by a pitch as Smith comes in.
Base on, hit by pitch, RBI. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 8, Carson Twito.
So the Vets strike first. via a hit by a pitch that scores Ethan Smith from third. That advances Vangerud up to third and nearly hit, or was he hit? He was, and that'll bring in another run. So back-to-back runs, scoring Smith and Vangerud, and that moves Horde up to third, Bame up to second, and Twito now on first.
Twito matches Bame, hit by pitch, RBI.
And O'Lean doesn't look too happy about it. This visit to the mound brought to you by Marvin and Fargo. Marvin and Fargo now hiring, paying between $18 and $22 an hour. If you need a job, then go to marvin.com/join us. Once again, this visit to the mound brought to you by Marvin of Fargo. And as the official reaches the mound, he'll give the warning that they have to break it up. And it looks like O'Lean's going to stay on the mound. So just a little pep talk there. Try and get O'Lean back in focus. Two pitches ago, it was 0-0. And O'Lean winds up and delivers and sends one up high for a ball, 1-0. James Hagan, the batter, 0 for 2. Fly out to Aiden Wolf, and then he struck out swinging. And Hagan will pop this one up, and that will go out of play, and that'll drop for a strike to level the
Now
count
batting
at
is second
1-1.
baseman, number 3, James Hagan.
Griffin Stahl on deck, 2 away. O'Lean with pitch 60 coming up. And that's delivered in for a strike, and on 60 pitches, 37 strikes, 23 balls, according to my numbers unofficially. That pitch will skip, and nice charge up by O'Lean, and the runners will be held at their original bases there. And with that pitch, he'll turn to a 2-2 count. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and 2 batters hit by a pitch, pulls in 2 runs via bases loaded hit by a pitch. And O'Lean trying to recover from that here, and a strikeout would pay some dues. Sends it up high in a full count. Wind up, and going is Tweedo, going is all the runners, and it's a walk. It's a ball 4 walk. It would have scored a run anyway, and now Griffin Stahl, who's hit a grand slam in this tournament, has an opportunity to do it again. He steps up to the plate. It's 3-0 as a result.
Hagan with the RBI walk.
Griffin Stahl 0 for 2 on 2 strikeouts swinging.
Well, Mike, O'Lean's got to just shake that
Now
off,
batting.
lift his head, and see if he can get the strikeout
Designated
or
hitter.
easy out here, get out of the inning.
Number 5.
That is the positive
Griffin
news here for
Stahl.
the Aces, is that there is 2 outs. Stahl takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. And the second pitch will come in for a ball. That will even things up at 1 apiece. I would imagine that Olean's not going to serve up the type of pitches that Griffin Stahl's looking for, and he sneaks another strike by Stahl. And he's potentially a pitch away from striking out Stahl for the third time in this game. He went down swinging the previous 2 times. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the delivery. Missed it, ball 2, and it's even. And Stahl's gonna pop that one up, and I believe it went out of play, but couldn't quite see it. So the count will stay where it's at 2-2. Once again, the runner's on. Tanner Boehm on third, Carson Twite on second, James Hagan on first. On deck is Max Burkhart here as Stahl facing 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and the base is juiced. And Olean winds up and delivers. Outside, full count, 3-2. Well, I got to give props to both the Vets and the Aces. There's more cheering between the 2 dugouts here than there has been in any game. It's another ball 4 walk. Griffin Stahl reaches base, and it's now 4-0 in favor of the Vets. And none of those runs have come in on a hit. 2 hit by pitches and 2 more on ball 4 pitches here. And
Stahl with the RBI walk.
Olean, I think this might be it for Olean. We'll see. And it will be. I have him down for 69 pitches. The official board has him down for 70 pitches. According to my numbers, 39 strikes and 30 balls. We'll take a timeout. And when we come back, we will tell you who the new pitcher is right after this here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Paradiso has been a mainstay in the FM area for the past 43 years with an extensive menu that will satisfy any appetite, including gluten-free options. Sundays, kids 8 and under eat free. Mondays, buy one, get one burritos. Don't forget about the other traditional menu items like tacos, sizzling fajitas, quesadillas, and Fridays, get $1 off Mexican fried ice cream. Ask your server about other daily specials. Remember, chips are free, but the dinner is extra. Paradiso can also cater your special event. Visit Paradiso.com for more info. Paradiso, 801 38th Street South in Fargo. Andy's Custom Bodywork in Mapleton is a full-service auto repair shop specializing in automotive and semi-tractor collision repair and refinish. Andy's Custom Bodywork has been providing great service to its customers in Mapleton, Castleton, Kindred, and surrounding communities since 2003. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5. You'll find them at 16194 39th Street Southeast in Mapleton. Call them to set up an appointment for your vehicle today at 356-0297. Andy's Custom Bodywork wishes both Castleton and Kindred the best of luck in today's game.
All right, welcome back here. Pitching change and defensive changes for the West Fargo Aces. Leighton Hoffman will take over on the mound.
Here's at second. Wolf is at short.
Caleb Deere moves to second, and Carter Olean moves out into left field. And speaking of left field, Carter Olean will scoop up that first pitch from Hoffman, and it produces another run. And it's now 5-0 here on an RBI single to left by Burkhart.
Burkhart with the RBI single. Now batting will be the pitcher, number 21, Matt Heupel.
So Oline will be responsible for the runners on third and second should they come around and score. Before we can officially close the book on him up to this point, he's allowed 5 runs on 4 hits. Had him down for 69. The official count had him down for 70. And once again, he'll be responsible for James Hagan on third and Griffin Stahl on second should they come in and score. It's a 5-0 lead for the Vets as they've taken all 5 runs here in the top of the 4th. And they have, let me look at my stat chart here, but this one will be hit right back to the pitcher, and a 1-3 ground out ends what you could consider a nightmare inning for the Aces. They give up 5.
Coughlin with a nice
all
play on
but
the
one
mound
of
ends
them.
the inning for
Only
the
one of the 4,
Vets.
one of the 5 come on a hit.
But the Vets
other
end
4
up
on
with
2 hit
5
by a
runs
pitch, bases loaded, and 2
on
walks
3 hits.
on bases loaded.
There were
And
no
will return with the
aces
Aces trying to
and there were
recover
3
after
Vets
this.
left on.
Untamed. It's the honest, hard-working, all-grit lifestyle of the farmer. The strength of a seed that doesn't bow down to the endless trials of Mother Nature. And at Mustang Seeds, it's the family values that have been upheld for over 55 years. It's untamed. It's Mustang Seeds. Contact Clay Erdman at 701-630-2113 or visit mustangseeds.com today.
The Kindred Area Arts Partnership would like to wish the Kindred Vikings the best of luck in this year's tournament and thank all the National Anthem singers who have given their time and contributed their voices to sing the National Anthem at each of the games, both past and present. It's the mission of KAAP to inspire an appreciation for the arts by facilitating and supporting art opportunities for both students and adults through a partnership with Kindred Public School as well as through connections in the community. Learn more about KAAP by visiting kindredkaap.org.
Marvin is hiring in Fargo. Marvin's pay starts at $18.50 to $22 per hour, and applying is easy at marvin.com/join us. Do you have experience in manufacturing? Join the Marvin team, where you'll learn based on your experience. Apply today at marvin.com/join us.
All right, 5 runs for the Vets. 2 come in on bases loaded, hit by a pitch, and the Nuts 2 come in on bases loaded walks, and then the 5th one comes in on an RBI single to left field. And the Vets will strand all 3 runners on base as Heupel continues to warm up here as he awaits for the next batter to show up here. And according to my chart here, it's Seth Wiggestrand who will lead things off here for the Aces. So I pause there to make sure I name the correct team.
Well, Mike, the Aces just got to shake it off, see if they get some runs, get themselves back into this one.
And now the orange leading the green, 5-0. I know that doesn't make you smile.
No, it does not.
Seems to calm down after that inning. It didn't feel like a tournament game up until back when it was 0-0. You had both benches cheering on their team, and it just felt like a friendly baseball game in mid-season, to be 100% honest with you. And now everybody's kind of silent
Leading out
as the Aces find
bottom half of
themselves
the 4th
down by
inning
5.
is second baseman number 7, Seth Wiggestrand.
That is the most runs scored in a single inning over the course of the matchups that these two teams have played against each other this season. Matter of fact, the Vets scored 3 in the bottom of the 2nd, and the Aces scored 3 in the bottom of the 5th. In the Aces 3 in the bottom of the 5th in the June 8th game, and the Vets 3 in the bottom of the 2nd in the July 14th game. That's the most runs that these two teams have allowed the opposite team to score in a single inning up until today. And this is in no ways questioning the coach's decision, but you have to think if they would have pulled the pitcher after that second hit by a pitch run, that it might be 2-0 right now. So, might be. You just never know. So if the Vets hang on to this 5-0 lead.
Hagen on the Horde records first out of the inning and brings up catcher number 9, Easton Heisler.
If the Vets hang on to this lead, it'd be the 4th time in the tournament that a lower seed has won the game. I had to double check my bracket to make sure I was going to say that correctly. 1 ball and no strike here to Wiggestrand, who struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. See if the Aces have a little bit of comeback in them here in the bottom half of the 4th. It's cooled down now under overcast skies, and that one lands fair into right field over the first baseman, Skylar Horde. And that'll be good for a single for, this is not Wiggestrand, it was Easton Heisler actually.
Heisler gets a single. Now batting number 10, second baseman, Caleb Deere.
Caleb Deere 0 for 1 with a fly out to Tanner Larson right. And the pitch. In for a strike, 0-1. One ball, one strike to count now here to Caleb Deere. Connor Entz on the scheduled batter on deck here for the Aces with 1 away. Heupel looking at first and delivers. That one is popped up and foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. So I see off into the distance some post 400 fans showing up now as they're getting ready to cheer on their Astros. They say to be the best, you have to defeat the best. Well, they got by their rivals last night on a hit to left field that produced 2 runs, and a batter later, another run would score, and they'd win 4-1 at a game that was tied 1-1 heading into the 7th. So now that they've beaten their rivals, they get the 1 seed. And like I said, to be the best, you have to beat the best, and they'll have a chance to beat the seeded best team in this tournament like they've done twice this season already. That matchup coming up after this one, and there's a strikeout to Caleb Deere. I'll bring up Connor Entz.
Heupel picks up strikeout number 7. Now batting will be number 5, first baseman Connor Entz.
Well, Caleb Deere for the Aces had 6 strikeouts in that June 8th game. And I didn't write down any pitching stats for the July 14th game, but Heupel now surpassing Deere on the most strikeouts to the best of my knowledge in the matchups this season between these two teams. And this one chopped up towards second. He'll step on the bag at second on the force out on Heisler. That'll allow Entz to reach on any inning and on an inning-ending fielder's choice. There we go. Got it out. And the force out at second will bring up the Vets to bat
Put out
when
by
we return
Hagen at
after this.
second.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Kindred Express Lane is a friendly, locally owned convenience store open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and offers hot stuff pizza, smash hit subs, gas, diesel, and propane exchange. Kindred Express Lane is located at 220 First Avenue South across the street from the baseball and football field, just 3 inches away from Highway 15 in Kindred. While you're fueling up, be sure and grab a snack and a cold beverage for the road. Kindred Express Lane wishes the Kindred Post 117 Vikings the best of luck in the East Regional Baseball Tournament. Go Vikings!
Stepping to the plate will be the catcher, number 6, Peyton Jancy.
All right, welcome back. The loser of this one will have to go to the bottom of the bracket and play Valley City at 11 o'clock tomorrow. No, I take that back. They'll play the Bombers tomorrow. Yeah, so the loser of this one will play it. So correction, you just forget about what I just said. The loser of this one will play at 1:30 tomorrow against the Post 2 Bombers. As that pitch comes across for ball 3 here to the batter, Peyton Jancy. 0 for 1, grounded out to the second baseman, and then he was hit by a pitch. And there's a strike, 3-1. And the winner will move on to the championship game to play the winner of Wahpeton and the Post 400 Astros. So Jancy will walk, and that brings up Skylar Horde, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles to left. And we'll have a courtesy runner at first for Jancy.
Jancy reaches on the walk. Back into courtesy run will be number 22, Logan Vangerud. And now stepping to the plate will be the first baseman, number 12, Skylar Horde. There's also a few defensive changes for the Aces. Now at third base is number 7, Seth Wiggestran. Moving to left field is Carter Carlson. And new to the game, right fielder, number 24, Carson Kwasniewski.
So Skylar Horde, 1 ball, no strike now. And that one high to left, and Carter Carlson, the new left fielder, makes the catch. Moved over from right.
Carlson with the put out and left.
He'll be replaced by
Now
Carson
batting will be right
Kwasniewski in
fielder,
right.
number 15, Tanner Larson.
And Seth Wiggestran now playing at third base for the Aces. Pitch comes in for a strike. 1-1 now here to Skylar Horde, who's 2 for 2 with 2 singles to left. Runner on first is Vangerud. Tanner Larson on deck. And that one hit well, center field, make it right center. It'll drop for a hit, 2 runners on. That's the 5th hit of the game here for the Vets.
Larson with the laser to right. We'll bring up number 1, left fielder Tanner Bain.
That pitch comes across for a strike. 0-1 here to Tanner Larson, who's 0 for 2. Grounded out to the shortstop, and then he struck out swinging. With nobody out, if no triple plays happen, we'll see batter 8 in the lineup, Tanner Bain, next. And that one's low and in for a ball. 1-1 the count. And he'll strike out. So that's
Hoffman
2
with
out.
his first strikeout. Now batting will be the shortstop, number 8, Carson Twito.
Twito will step away from that strike.
And Vangerud will steal third.
With stolen base.
I'll put runners on the corners there. And the Vets looking to add to their 5-run lead here in the top of the 5th. If they could duplicate their 4th inning performance, that'd put the 10-run rule into effect and make it a very high mountain to climb here for the Aces in the bottom half of the inning. But still a ways to go, especially with a strike 2 there and 2 outs. And we'll see if they strand 2 on base or not. Twito just needs a base hit to score that 6th run, and he's not going to get it. He's going to strike out. Now in the top half of the 5th, so no runs across.
And that ends the top half
and the
of the
bottom
5th
of the
inning.
5th is coming up next here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. Wold, Certified Public Accountant, has you covered. From bookkeeping and financial reports to tax planning and preparation, individuals and businesses, he's here to help you achieve your dreams. Give him a call. Todd R. Wold, CPA, 701-356-1040. You can also visit wold-cpa.com. Best of luck to Kindred and both teams in today's game.
Rogers Corner Cut in Grafton, North Dakota is a proud supporter of baseball. Wishes all the teams competing in the East Region Legion Baseball Tournament good luck. Since Ron Kittle's rookie year, Rogers Corner Cut has been providing all kinds of great haircuts to baseball players, coaches, and fans. Hit a home run with your next haircut and stop in to see Roger at Rogers Corner Cut, 50 West 6th Street in Grafton, or call 701-352-1244.
All right, welcome back here. Vets lead this
Leading
one
off,
5-0.
bottom half of the 5th
Bottom
inning
of the
will be
5th
number
here.
3, the
Aces up to bat.
shortstop, Aiden Wolf.
Aiden Wolf up to bat. quick meeting at the mound here. Between Heupel and Jancy. So we'll try it again. Here we go. Wolf up the bat here for the Aces. Heupel winds up. And first one's in for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Wolf. And second pitch is a ball. 1-1's the count.
One here to Aiden Wolf, fouled away, and that would be strike number 2. Thanks, Cody, for taking care of things. I did some behind-the-scenes maintenance. And
got it.
And that'll be ball 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now the count here to Aiden Wolf. He reached for an error, so he's 0 for 1 officially. Last time he was at the plate, as we reach the 1 hour, 25-minute mark of the ball game now. 2-2, nobody out, nobody on. And the pitch, that's popped straight up and gone. Out of play. And the 2-2 coming here. And that one will be dropped for ball 3. Heupel sets and gets ready for the payoff. And that one is in the center field for the Aces. It's their second hit of the game. And they got a single out of it at the bat of Aiden Wolf, and that brings up the scheduled batter, Brady Medina.
Wolf howls it through the middle of the diamond. That brings up number 22, the pitcher, Leighton Hoffman.
That was good by the PA announcer. Nice play on words there.
This is not Brady Medina. This will be a Leighton Hoffman stepping into the number 7 spot in the lineup here for West Fargo Aces. I can't just say West Fargo and get away with it, but I probably could actually. That'd make it easier. Just to be like everything's West Fargo from here on out. And I don't have to stop and pause and think if it's the Vets or Aces. Just for West Fargo. We'll try it for 2 outs and see how it goes. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Hoffman. That puts Heupel at 57 pitches. 45 of them have been recorded as strikes. He's only thrown 12 balls, according to my numbers, unofficially. And the 1 ball, 1 strike count pitch coming up here as Heupel dramatically takes his time and delivers. Showing bunt, pulls the bunt back. Pitch comes across for a strike. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. live from Viking Varsity Field in Kindred. On the south side of Kindred, across the street from Express Lane in Kindred. Awesome breakfast items. And Cody, if you have a chance to go there for breakfast sometime, I strongly recommend it. And I want to say hi to all those watching at Kindred Spirits. I believe they have prime rib special tonight. So.
Jeez. Making me my mouth water, Mike.
And then the Davenport Supper Club has walleye. And there's and Matt Hypo has a strikeout. And that'll bring up Carter Carlson.
Heupel gets his 8th strikeout of the afternoon. And that'll bring to the plate number 4, left fielder Carter Carlson.
And the runner will not take off. Wolf will hang tight on first. As Jancy threatened to throw him out. He's making an attempt. He has a good arm to make it happen. It's one of many reasons why he plays the position he plays. 1 ball, no strike here to Carter Carlson. And he'll step into that one, foul it back into the netting, and level the count at 1-1. Don't forget, 1-seed Wahpeton hosting the 5-seeded Post 400 Astros. Coming up next here, about 20 or, well, maybe, no, it's going to be closer to about 45 minutes after the conclusion of this game. They will do everything they can to speed it up to get us closer to on schedule here. This pitch will come outside for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike now here to Carter Carlson, with Carter O'Lean, the scheduled batter, on deck for West Fargo. And that one will skip off the dirt. And that's ball 3. So 3 balls and a strike here to the West Fargo batter, Carlson. And 63 pitches for the West Fargo pitcher, Heupel. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. 0 for 1 Carlson is. Struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. That one popped straight up and fouled back over the roof of the grandstand. Now it's a full count at 3-2. Don't forget about the Ringneck and Leonard. We'll serve you up a juicy burger or a sizzling steak. And you can watch the games at the Ringneck and Leonard as well. And that one's fouled down the third base line. You know, Cody, if I made your mouth water, that means I was doing my job correctly. Because hopefully somebody at home had the same experience, and now they're going to go out and eat. And the beauty of it is you can go to these places that we've mentioned and watch the games there. So you don't have to miss any of the action while you get some delicious hot food. And maybe one of your favorite cold beverages, too, for that matter. And he'll walk Carlson on the full count pitch. Now bring up the scheduled batters, Carter O'Lean, but it's not going to be Carter O'Lean. It's going to be Carson Kwasniewski. And we'll have a visit to the mound here for the Vets. This visit to the mound brought to you by Marvin.
Marvin is hiring in Fargo. Marvin's pay starts at $18.50 to $22 per hour, and applying is easy at marvin.com/join us. Do you have experience in manufacturing? Join the Marvin team, where you'll earn based on your experience. Apply today at marvin.com/join us.
All right, welcome back. 5-0 in favor of West Fargo over West Fargo. The Vets over the Aces.
Batting for the
I think
Aces
I'm going
will
to
be
give
the
up
right
on that.
fielder, number 24, Carson Kwasniewski.
I'm not that lazy. Carson Kwasniewski stepping up to the plate here.
Well, Mike, the Aces got one out. They got runners on first and second. See if they can get a base hit.
Get a run on the board.
Yes,
That'd be
sir.
fantastic.
Fabulous.
Unless you're a Vets fan, and it would not be. It'd be the exact opposite of all those attributes. Fouled away, and that's 2 balls and a strike now here to Kwasniewski. Or is it 1-1? It's actually 1-1. I think they hit the wrong button on the scoreboard there. And that one will be going to the books as a ball, and that will a pass ball, and that will allow the runners to advance 90 feet. So now the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes, I guess, is instead of a ball, it would be a pass strike. If there is such a thing. Wasn't sure if he went all the way through on that swing or not, so it's what led me to believe that it was a ball. 2 runners in scoring position, and a swing and a miss, and that puts out number 2 on the board, brings up Mason Stolting. Matt Heupel, I have him for 70.
Matt Heupel picks up strikeout number 9.
9
Turns it around,
strikeouts
top
on
of the
71
order,
pitches
center fielder
officially.
number 11, Mason Stolting.
And now Mason Stolting will step up to the plate. First pitch comes in for a strike. And that pass ball going to the backstop, and coming home to score is Aiden Wolf. And the Aces are on the board, and that moves Carlson up to third. And that moves the count to 1-1. And he'll bunt this one right up to the first baseman. It's going to be a close play. He's safe. He made it there to be an infield bunt single. Goes into the books as a hit. And that is also an RBI as that'll score Carlson. It's 5-2.
Beautiful bunt, beautiful hustle to get there. Bring the runner in from third.
Third baseman, number 7, Seth Wiggstrand.
Yeah, I mean, he placed that perfectly. Got it past the pitcher and pushed it to the inside of between first and second. And that created just enough space so that Horde couldn't get back to the bag in time before Stolten would run up and touch up on it. And now it's 5-2 here, and the Aces looking to put something together here in the bottom half of the 5th. And that is a high fly ball to right, caught by Tanner Larson, and that's good for the third out. They'll strand one on base as Wiggstrand will fly out.
Larson with the catch in right.
And now coming
Now
up,
before the Aces pick up
it'll be
2
James
runs.
Hagan, Griffin Stahl, and Max
2
Burkhardt.
hits.
It's the top of the order for the Vets
They
right
leave
after
1 on
this.
base.
If you're looking for a bank or insurance agency that offers big bank products and small town service, then Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency is the way to go. Live in or near the Kindred area? Stop in and chat with a friendly banker or insurance agent about all of the convenient services and features they offer. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency are your neighbors who are here to help you grow and develop. Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Online at kindredstatebank.com.
When your team, school, or business needs custom apparel or promotional products, Rambo is here to help. With over 40 years of industry-leading experience, state-of-the-art machines, and dedicated employees, we have the tools and facility to handle any job. With online ordering solutions for sports teams and businesses alike, you can count on us to get the job done correctly and on time. Get your next project started, contact Matt or visit us online at rambo.com.
The Ringneck and Leonard is your place this weekend for great food, cold beverages, and East Region baseball. Grab an appetizer along with your favorite beverage and watch the games as the cooks make you a sizzling steak or a juicy burger. The Ringneck is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to midnight, and be sure to ask your server about the weekly specials on Wednesday and Friday nights. Get a sneak peek at the full menu on the Ringneck's Facebook page. The Ringneck and Leonard welcomes you, your fans, and wishes the best of luck to all the teams in the tournament.
All right, well, the Aces showing a little bit of life here as they rebound from that fourth inning. That was a nightmare. But now the Vets are up to bat, and they're looking to get those two back, if not more than
second
that.
baseman James Hagan.
James Hagan 0 for 2, a fly out to the shortstop, and then he was walked. And in between that, he struck out swinging. So this is his fourth trip to the plate today. No balls and one strike here to Hagan. Hour and 40 minutes into the game. One ball, one strike. And low. 2 balls and a strike. And that one's going to be served up into right field there. Larson running after it, and he makes the grab. He'll trade this hat for the out, and that's out number 1 here as Griffin Stahl will come up to the plate.
Kwasniewski with the catch in right.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's yeah.
Now
I
that
said
will be
that
the
right.
designated hitter, number 5, Griffin Stahl.
I'm allowed 2 mistakes per year at Viking Varsity Field. So I get heckled a little bit by our local PA announcer. And that one served back. So a couple of teams eliminated today from the tournament. One of them was the Castleton Haymakers. So they would fall to Valley City today in 10 innings, 5-3. And that one kind of jammed him up there as the pitch came in towards the handle of the bat. And he had to spin out away to 1, not make contact and get a strike, and 2, not get hit by the pitch. And there's another strikeout for Griffin Stahl. 3 strikeouts on 4 plate appearances.
Hoffman picks up his 4th strikeout. third strikeout.
And now batting is
center fielder
Max
number 2,
Burkhart.
Max Burkhart.
Max is 1 for 2, a walk, strikeout, and a single to left. That pitch comes in low for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Max Burkhart. Matt Heupel on deck is the scheduled batters. We're at batter 3 and 4 in the lineup. If we can get to 4 with 2 outs, and we might get to 4. We will. That one's going to drop all the way to the fence. He's halfway to second. He's had a chance for a triple here. And he will get there. Will he not? He's out. And the Aces are pumped up about that. The Vets not as much. So that'll end the inning. And we'll return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
The Davenport Supper Club is a kid-friendly local establishment with a full menu serving steak, seafood, burgers, and appetizers. Happy hours from 5 to 6 p.m., and they have dinner specials on the weekends, too. The Davenport Supper Club is located at 45 First Avenue in Davenport, North Dakota. Visit the Facebook page for the latest specials, hours, or call them at 701-428-3817. The Davenport Supper Club welcomes you out for some great food and great times and wishes Kindred and the rest of the teams the best of luck in this year's tournament.
Marvin is hiring in Fargo. Marvin's pay starts at $18.50 to $22 per hour, and applying is easy at marvin.com/join us. Do you have experience in manufacturing? Join the Marvin team, where you'll learn based on your experience. Apply today at marvin.com/join us.
Looking for something a little harder.
All right.
Kindred
The
Spirit.
Vets and the
Stop there
Aces.
after
It's
the
a
game.
3-run difference here as we
Better
move
ring
in
neck if you're heading
to
west.
the bottom of the
Davenport,
6th inning.
if you're heading north, and the Knickerbocker if you're heading east. Remember,
And it'll
Kindred
be
Spirit
Easton
is showing all
Heisler,
games live.
Caleb
As
Deere,
is the
and
ring neck
Connor
and
Entz
Leonard.
as batters 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup. The scheduled batters here for the Aces. And the controversial song playing in the background, not for the song, but for the music video, as they thought President Obama appeared in that music video when he was a
In the
younger
top half of the
teenager.
6th inning, bottom half of the 6th inning, Easton Heisler.
Already.
And you
Catcher, number 9,
learned
lead off.
something today here on Magnitude Sports.
Learn something every day.
Had to teach you something. 5-2 here. Vets have the lead. Ace is batting, fouls that one off as Easton Heisler. Strike one. This is 1 for 2. Struck out looking, and then he singled to right field last time he was at the plate.
Blurred lines. Blurred lines.
That's a controversial video we won't talk about on the air. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Easton Heisler. As we talk about music videos here in press row at Kindred. I have a feeling we'll be talking about more of those a little bit later this evening. Heisler, the batter, and the pitch. And now missed for ball. That'll even it up at 2-2. Day 3 of 4 of the tournament. We'll have 4 more games for you tomorrow. We'll have the 2 state qualifiers, and then we'll have the 3rd place and the championship game. And Third place and championship games will decide who's the 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds in the tournament. So we'll have the Bombers taking on one of the West Fargo teams. And then we'll have Valley City, who will be taking on the loser of Post 400 in Wahpeton at 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. And then the winners of those two games will advance back in to the third place game tomorrow to decide who's the 3rd and 4th seed. And that one will find its way into right field. That's a base hit single for Easton Heisler. And that is the 4th hit of the game here for the Aces.
The leadoff single. Now to the plate will be number 10, the second baseman, Caleb Deere.
That pitch comes in for a strike. It's Caleb Deere, the batter, 0 for 2. Fly out to right, and then he struck out window shopping last time he was at the plate. 10 minutes shy of the 2-hour mark of the ball game here in this battle of West Fargo between the Vets and the Aces. And the pitch. That will bounce away, and that will allow Heisler to get to second.
With 0 outs, 85th pitch coming up here for Heupel.
And it's 1-1 to Caleb Deere, who's 0 for 2, fly out on a strikeout once again. And like you said, Cody, Heupel just cruising. I have him down for 84 pitches, and that matches the scoreboard. Pitch 85 is a bunt back to Heupel, and it came off the bag, and he's safe at first. I believe that'll be charged as an error. The question is to who? Okay. Getting confirmation that the pitcher would get the error on that one. So that'll put runners on the corners for Connor Entz, as they'll clear the count to 0-0 as the Vets have a visit to the mound brought to you by Marvin.
Marvin is hiring in Fargo. Marvin's pay starts at $18.50 to $22 per hour, and applying is easy at marvin.com/join us. Do you have experience in manufacturing? Join the Marvin team, where you'll earn based on your experience. Apply today at marvin.com/join us.
The Davenport Supper Club is a kid-friendly local establishment with a full menu serving steak, seafood, burgers, and appetizers. Happy hours from 5 to 6 p.m., and they have dinner specials on the weekends, too. The Davenport Supper Club is located at 45 First Avenue in Davenport, North Dakota. Visit the Facebook page for the latest specials, hours, or call them at 701-428-3817. The Davenport Supper Club welcomes you out for some great food and great times and wishes Kindred and the rest of the teams the best of luck in this year's tournament.
Aces is the first baseman, number 5, Connor Entz.
All right, welcome back. Connor Entz, the batter. And the new pitcher here is Carson Forty for the West Fargo Vets. And the first pitch by 40 is sent out into left field, and that will score Easton Heisler from third. And it's 5-3, and the Vets are within 2. That also moves
picks up the RBI
Caleb
single.
Deere up into second base.
Now to bat will be the shortstop, number 3, Aiden Wolf.
So runners on first and second now here for the Aces. The tying run on first. And Aiden Wolf represents the go-ahead run here. Leighton Hoffman, Carter Carlson, the next 2 batters in the lineup. Pitch comes across as a strike. Aiden Wolf 1 for 2. Reached base on an error, and then he singled to center field. And the Aces are starting to battle back here after that 4th inning disaster where they allowed 2 runs on hit by pitches and 2 more runs on bases loaded walks. I should clarify, 2 runs on bases loaded hit by pitches and 2 runs on bases loaded walks. And now the runners will advance 90 feet. Both of them are into scoring position here, and a base hit would be absolutely huge if Aiden Wolf could get his bat on the pitch.
And all of this with 0 outs here, Mike.
That is another big benefit here for the Aces as well, as this game has just become interesting. It went from interesting to disappointing if you're an Aces fan, back to interesting. And it might have just tied the game. That's over the head of the center fielder, Max Burkhart. Deere comes in to score. Rounding third is Entz, and the Aces have tied it up at 5 on a 2-run double by Aiden Wolf to deep center field.
Don't go away, folks. This is a good one.
2 runs in the bottom of the 5th, 3 so far here in the bottom of the 6th, and they still have 0 outs and still have a runner in scoring
double
position.
By Aiden Wolf ties the game. Brings to the plate the pitcher, number 22, Leighton Hoffland.
Both teams with 5 runs, both teams with 6 hits, and the only difference is the Vets have committed a couple errors. Those 2 errors, I don't believe, resulted in a run, if memory serves me correctly. And he tries to bunt, and he'll bunt it foul as it skims off the top of the bat for strike 1. Hoffland, 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. As we're a couple minutes shy of the 2-hour mark of the ball game now. In the July 14th game, these 2 teams were tied at 4, tied at 5, and tied at 7. And that was the last tie of that game. Vets would take an 8-7 lead. The Aces would take a 9-8 lead, and then the Vets would get 2 in the bottom to win 10-9 as they would walk it off on a RBI single hit by Peyton Jancy to win it for the Vets in that walk-off win. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Leighton Hoffland. And he hits him. So 2 runners on with nobody out. And that clears the count here for Carter Carlson.
Hoffland is hit by the pitch. Now the bat will be number 4, the left fielder, Carter Carlson.
So I'll bring up the new batter. Carlson struck out swinging in a walk. And now he's showing bunt, pulls the bunt back, and the pitch hits the outer edge of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Carson 40 now. I have him down for 8 pitches. They have him down for 9. Not sure how I got behind by 1, but I did. And another bunt pulled back for a strike. It's 0-2. So we officially hit 2 hours now in this ball game. Well, we've had one game go to extra innings, and we might have a second. We'll have to see what happens here. So once again, it's now 6:47. So if you're tuning in for the 6:30 game between the Astros and Wahpeton, well, you're obviously going to have to wait a little bit longer for that game. So, and a swing and a miss. And that will send Carlson down on 3 pitches. Puts one out on the board finally. And now the right fielder, Carson Kwasniewski.
Carson Kwasniewski.
Mason Stolting would be on deck, and that would return us to the top of the order here if no double plays happen. And he'll line it fair. Oh, the umpire said it was foul. That was very close. Looked like it was fair from my vantage point, but maybe it did sneak behind the bag. So strike 1 here to Kwasniewski. As Jancy will have words of wisdom for 40.
It's going to be your center QB combination here for the West Fargo Packers this fall.
Nice. And nobody would know that. That didn't come out worded the way I wanted it to. But if anybody knew that, it'd be Cody, since he played for the football team. So,
shout out to my boys there.
and that one's hit well to left field. It's going all the way back, and it's going to land on the blue netting on the fence. 325 to left field. That scores Aiden Wolf from second, and the Aces have taken a 6-5 lead and have runners on second and third on an RBI double by Kwasniewski, 325 feet to left field.
What a hit.
Kwasniewski with the RBI double.
So maybe we won't have extra innings.
On top.
Well, if you're not going to have bad weather, why can't we have a little behind-the-scenes conversation here in press row at Kindred? And it looks like we'll have a new pitcher here for the West Fargo Vets. It's going to be, as our PA announcer would put it, Snake Eyes, Ethan Smith. So we'll take a break, and we'll come back here when Ethan Smith is finished warming up. It's
You simply click and order. We decorate and deliver. GoPromo is the area's premier provider for easy-to-use online team stores with screen-printed, embroidered, and promotional products. From your computer screen to the bleachers, and from the boardroom to the field, just go promo. Visit justgopromo.com.
Marvin is hiring in Fargo. Marvin's pay starts at $18.50 to $22 per hour, and applying is easy at marvin.com/join us. Do you have experience in manufacturing? Join the Marvin team, where you'll earn based on your experience. Apply today at marvin.com/join us.
all right, one away here in the bottom of the 6th, and the Aces have taken the lead, scoring 4 of those 6 here in the bottom of the 6th.
It's number 11, center fielder Mason
And 3 of those 4 with nobody out. 1 of the 4 with 1 out, and they have 2 runners in scoring position here with 1 out. And this is Mason Stolting, 1 for 3, ground out, strikeout, and a bunt single. And now he's going to get an RBI as he sends that one into right center field. Hoffman comes in to score, and they will hold the brakes on Kwasniewski at third. And they're out at second at Stolting. That's out number 2, so he'll get credit for an RBI single and then get thrown out at second.
A little too risky there for the Aces.
Stolting with the RBI single gets thrown out trying to advance to second. And that'll bring up third baseman number 7, Seth Wiggestrand.
And Wiggestrand sends it to right. And that ends the inning. So after the Vets get 5 in the top of the 4th, the Aces get 5 in the bottom of the 6th. And now they lead by 2 thanks to that 2-run insurance plan in the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back after this with the 7th.
Hi, it's Dr. Tiffany Johnson from Healing Touch Chiropractic in West Fargo. What impact I want to make, how my office is different, how my niche is different. It is all about giving people hope and helping them believe that their bodies were made to heal.
Paradiso has been a mainstay in the FM area for the past 43 years with an extensive menu that will satisfy any appetite, including gluten-free options. Sundays, kids 8 and under eat free. Mondays, buy one, get one burritos. Don't forget about the other traditional menu items like tacos, sizzling fajitas, quesadillas, and Fridays, get $1 off Mexican fried ice cream. Ask your server about other daily specials. Remember, chips are free, but the dinner is extra. Paradiso can also cater your special event. Visit paradiso.com for more info. Paradiso, 801 38th Street South in Fargo.
All right. We are ready for the top of the 7th, and the Aces have 7. They have a 2-run cushion here, and the Vets need 2 to force the bottom half of the inning. We'll add a couple hits to the counter there for the Aces. They have 8. 7 runs on 8 hits. The Aces have committed no errors, and they've left 4 on base. For the Vets, 5 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 2 errors and left 7 on base. Time of the game, 2 hours, 7 minutes. Here as we head into the top of the 7th. And due up for the Vets, it's Heupel, Jancy, and Horde, scheduled batters, middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6.
For the Vets will be number 11, the pitcher, Ethan Smith.
And instead of Heupel, it'll be Ethan Smith, who that would be correct because he came in to pitch, so he'll take over in the number 4 spot. This will be his first plate appearance of the game. So we'll still have Jancy and Horde to follow, pending more changes here by the Vets. And the first pitch and the second pitch both come in for balls, and it's 2-0. Once again on the mound is Leighton Hoffland for the Aces. And the 2-0. In for a strike. Nice pitch there by Hoffland, right down the middle. Blazed it over the right between the letters and the numbers of the jersey on Ethan Smith. And that one above the knees, below the waist, and strike 2. We'll see if he can blaze by strike 3, and he will not. It'll be a hopper towards third as Wiggestrand will fire it over to Entz, and that's out number 1. 5-3 on the ground out. And that brings up Peyton Jancy. 0 for 1, grounded out to second, hit by a pitch and a walk.
Now to bat, the catcher, number 6, Peyton Jancy.
First pitch comes in for a strike.
Working in.
39 pitches for Hoffland, 27 of them recorded as strikes. Yeah, swing and a miss for strike 2. one away. They need to get a runner on base before they get that second out, and that will not happen, as they just got the second out on a swing and a miss by Jancy. And now the task is a little bit more difficult, but the positive news is that Skylar Horde at bat. He's 3 for 3 with 3 singles, 2 to left, 1 to right. And one of those, the one to right field, scored a run. No, it did not. I'm thinking of the wrong team. But he does have 3 singles. Too many West Fargo players on this field right now. That one comes in for a strike. One ball and 2 strikes, with 2 away, and the 3 for 3 Skylar Horde is potentially a pitch away from ending this game, as there is 2 outs. And he's out, and the Aces will win. It's the final score. They will not have to play the bottom of the 7th. The Aces come out on top after falling down 5-0 in the 4th. They get 2 in the 5th, and then they pile on 5 in the 6th. And they blank the Vets in the top of the 7th and end this game a few minutes early. And it was a great game between these 2 teams. And even though they are friends, they were rivals on the field, and now that it's final, they're friends once
West Fargo
again.
Aces 7. West Fargo Vets.
Well, we certainly enjoyed this one here, and it was a great game for my 1200th broadcast, and broadcast 1201 coming up here in about 30 minutes here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'll talk to you soon. It's the Astros in Wahpeton, and about, let's see, 7 o'clock. We're probably looking at about 7:40.
Next action here in Kindred will be tonight.
We'll see if our PA announcer gives us a time before we go off. They're looking at 7:45 for the start, give or take about 5 minutes, so be aware of that. And we'll talk to you in about 40 minutes here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Time of the game, 2 hours, 11 minutes.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.